So we have algebra S.15. Okay, we're going to compare linear functions. All right, so we're comparing linear functions. It's going to give us, it tells me here in the instructions that both are linear. Okay, and it's going to ask us which statement is true. So we need to be able to interpret these. So it says the slope of function A is greater than the slope of function B. The slope of function A is less than the slope of function B. It's asking us for slopes, all right? Which means we can do one of two things. We can either graph function A, okay? So let's graph function A and see what we get. That's option one. So if I go, my y-intercept is 2, and my slope is 3 over 1. So I go 2, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. It's going to be over here. 1, 2, 3, 1. Let's go down. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so when I'm going to graph these, this is the straightest line I can draw. Okay, so when we compare those, if I look at these, function A, its slope is actually not as steep as function B. So function B's slope is steeper, therefore function B has a greater slope. So slope of function A is less than function B would be your answer there. Okay, now let's look at the other way I could do this. All right, since I know this equation, if I compare my equations, all right, that means I would have to take function B and change it into an equation. So if I have y equals mx plus b, b is my y-intercept. My y-intercept, where it crosses the y-axis, is here at 0. This will be plus 0. And now I need to find another point. So here's a point, here's a point, here's a point, and let's find the slope from those points. Okay, so it's changing y, we're changing x. So I would go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So we're going up 5 over 1, up 5 over 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So my slope is 5 over 1x. That would be that equation for that line. And now if we compare those, y equals 5x plus 2, we can see that function B has a greater slope than function A. Okay, so two ways to do that. Fantastic. Let's look at this one. We'll do another example here. These are kind of difficult. So again, we can graph it. So if I graph this so I can get a visual for function A, my y-intercept is -5, and my slope is going to be 4 over 1. So I'm going to go to -5, y-intercept, I'm going to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. And let's look at these. Now graphing this, it's kind of hard to see. Could they be parallel? Maybe they're not parallel. Okay, so for this particular example, the graph may not be our best option. Let's try to write an equation from function B. Remember, we use y equals mx plus b. B is my y-intercept. My y-intercept is here at 1. So I know it's a positive 1. And then my slope, let's find point. There's a point, here's a point, here's a point, another point. So we find a bunch of points. 1, 2, 3, 1. So up 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Up 3 over 1. So I know this will be 3 over 1x. So I'm going to have y equals 3x plus 1. Now I can visually compare these a lot better. The slope of function A is greater than the slope of function B. Well, function A is 4, this is 3, so that statement is obviously true. Okay, so with these, what I recommend doing is either writing an equation for one, okay, and then comparing the equations, or you can graph the other one and you can compare them on a graph, whichever one is easier for you